Welcome to the College Card Podcast, where Saturdays are sacred and bets are war. Saturdays coming, the lines are set. Cash that ticket, break a sweat. Ads are crashing, bands are loud. We're calling picks and we're damn proud. The College Card, we're betting hard. Spread 'em wide, let the dogs bark loud. The College Card, no holds barred. Ride that lock and hype the crowd. Underdogs, overplays, late night action, weekday blaze. SEC or Big Ten ball, we bet 'em all, baby, win or fall. The College Card, grab your card. We're rolling deep, tickets falling hard. The College Card, we set the bar for the fans who live for yards and scars. Maneuver down, but we're betting hard. Rub a little down like a garbage call. With College Card, let the dogs barn. The Hall and picks and work them proud. The College Card, we're betting hard. Spread 'em wide, let the dogs bark loud. The College Card, no holds barred. Ride that lock and hype the crowd. Underdogs, overplays, late night action, weekday blaze. SEC or Big Ten ball, we bet 'em all, baby, win or fall. The College Card, grab your card. We're rolling deep, tickets falling hard. The College Card, we set the bar for the fans who live for yards and scars. For the fans who live for yards and scars.
Welcome back to the College Card Podcast presented by Mamas on the Hill. We are back with you, full group, not just me anymore. Thank you, Kyle, for not holding people hostage at the bar this week.
Yes.
But yeah, we'll talk a little about last week's horrendous week 6. I think that might be the week that Vegas made a lot of their money. It was a bad week for college football bettors.
I don't think I was that bad, was I?
We got saved by one. That shouldn't have actually.
3 and
happened.
4? Was I 3 and 4? I think I was 3.
Yeah. We'll get into a couple of little news topics that we were going to talk last week, but they stay relevant this week because Penn State choked. Talk James Franklin, little Penn State quarterback talk. We got the Numb Nuts of the week. We're going to revise our college football playoff bracket a little bit. Getting to the games this week. Ohio State at Illinois, Alabama at Missouri, Indiana at Oregon, Oklahoma versus Texas in the Red River shootout. Sorry, I don't know if I can say that. Georgia at Auburn, Michigan at USC. Getting to the locks. Some of our best bets, the rest of the card, if we got any. A listener shout out, maybe. I don't know. We'll see if we got a listener bet this week.
Yeah, someone's getting kicked off the combo.
Yeah. I reached the point last year when I was 1-5. Adam is 1-5 in his locks. He will be replaced by a listener until further notice.
That wasn't last week. Was not a bad bet. Fucking
What was
Pavia.
55.5 in the Alabama Vanderbilt game.
Picks at the end of the game. Just brutal.
It was under the whole way.
Again.
It was under the whole way.
No, it could have.
I'm not saying I'm not saying like I had the over 2 in the game, but I'm saying like it's almost like
first quarter fucked us, but the fourth quarter, we had it. He scores.
It's the same thing. It almost happened again, like it happened 2 weeks ago at Penn State, Oregon, where the correct play was under the whole time, and then overtime happened and 21 points were scored. You know? And then we'll close it out. So let's get into it a little bit. Last week, as Tyler said, I was 3 and 4. Yeah, you were 3 and 4, but you went and got saved by Texas just not being able to move the ball. And you got saved by a last-minute touchdown by Miller for Alabama with the minus 10.5. That should have been. Adam was on the opposite side there too. That was Vanderbilt plus 10.5 all game until the last handoff.
Well, sometimes that stuff's been going against me this year, so now I need someone my favorite.
You want to talk about stuff going against you? You know how many times I got stung by the hook this year?
Always take the hook. That's a
Been
rookie
brutal.
move. Always take the hook when you get the chance.
But so Tyler, 3-4, lost just the juice. Well, not even just the juice.
Yeah, who
Hit on
called
his
the money
Florida.
line?
Hit on his Florida money line at 205, so he was minus $35 for the day. The juice
What's
got
my
you
year?
a little bit. I'll get to the years. Hold on. Adam on the week was 3-4 against the spread, 1-5 and 0-1 when it came to total points and dog plays. He was lost $690. He's still mad at me because he thought he could text at 11 o'clock and flip his Iowa State money line play to Cincinnati because he watched Herb Street say, "Well, Iowa State's without two cornerbacks."
It was at 10:59. It should have been allowed.
The graphics were already out.
Graphics are out and the listeners are tailing your picks, man.
Yeah,
But
I needed a flip.
So he finished 4-10. Technically, it wasn't even the worst day out of all of us. That goes to me again. Last week I was 11-11-1, and I still had the worst one by a wide margin. 4-6 against the spread, 1-6 against points, and then me and Adam were both on Iowa State, so we're both 0-1 on money line plays. And the juice really got me minus 920 for dollars on that one. Yeah. So as a group last week, we went 12-27, 30.7%.
Oh my God.
We lost a whopping total of 16 units. So
that's $1,600.
Yep. That puts the season totals. Tyler right now is in second place barely. He's 50-50-4, 48.08%. I'm 52-75-1, 40.63%. I got to pick it up. I got to do some more research. And then Adam.
Yeah. Got to do something.
46-46-1, 48.91%. All because of some of the pushes that Tyler's had. If one of those goes.
Let's fucking get going, boys.
You're just percentage points. You're in second.
How?
He's 48.91%. It's percentage
What do you mean,
points that
how?
you're in second. And you're 48.08 because you got more plays and you've had more pushes. Pushes count as plays. They don't count as wins or losses, though. Yeah, I still got to use those pushes as your dividing numbers. So far on the season, podcast 147, 71, and 6, 45.37%. We got to pick it up a little bit.
Let's get going. We'll pick it up.
We'll talk a little bit now. We kind of made reference. We'll talk some other games, but we'll start with this one because one of the big topics we were going to talk about is James Franklin and their quarterback situation. Penn State loses to Oregon at home and then goes cross country and didn't show up until halfway through the third quarter. They just laid an absolute egg and they got absolutely owned by Draco Malfoy and his play calling.
Jerry Neuheisel Jr.
He's not a junior. His dad's Rick.
Oh, same thing.
There was a meme going around. It was like 14 years, almost to the day, where he got carried off as a quarterback of UCLA and getting carried off as the offensive coordinator by UCLA. But anyways, Penn State, 24.5 point favorites. UCLA was the first team, I think they said ever, to be 0-4, be double-digit dogs, and win outright. Is James Franklin dead? Is he a dead man walking? Is he done?
I don't think they're going to fire him because it's an expensive buyout, but I could see them both going
Mutually
different
parting
directions.
ways.
It's bad because I think the Noll's defense coordinator is highest paid defense coordinator in the country. They had a guy that
Yeah,
that
yes,
was
$3
calling
million.
plays for UCLA. Guy that was calling plays for UCLA. He said they installed the offense 2 days before the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Penn State's offensive coordinator, which is also one of the highest paid coordinators in the country. And I don't think, and I know you wanted to talk about this last week, I don't think his system fits what Drew Aller wants to do and how he plays. So yeah, it was embarrassing. And you mentioned that they didn't show up until the third quarter. They didn't show up until the fourth quarter last week against Oregon.
Yeah, that's what that's what I was gonna go with the like. You've had back-to-back weeks where you've come out in a massive situation. It's a whiteout. It's what everybody at Penn at State College or University Park, whatever you want to call it at the time, looks forward to the entire season. And you are flatter than flat for really almost 3.5 quarters last week. And then you're a 24-point favorite, and you go to the West Coast and it gets an 0-4 team that's already fired their head coach this year. And you're down 21-3 or something at one point.
I think this is a fireable offense for me. It used to be James Franklin couldn't win the big game, beat the Ohio States, beat the Michigans, beat the Oregons, whoever. But this loss, you can't. Next year, you can't be on the sideline.
They still got to lose to Indiana. Indiana's going to beat them.
Yeah, but that used to be the case. Like he couldn't win that big game. He couldn't win. They
still play Ohio State this year.
The Big Ten.
No,
I think
they avoid Ohio State this year.
The remaining schedule, they got Northwestern, at Iowa, at Ohio State, versus Indiana, at Michigan State, versus Rutgers, versus Nebraska, at Rutgers. Sorry, I got those mixed up. The Ohio State game at Ohio State, November 1st.
That
might get ugly.
Okay. Yeah,
that might get ugly. So once they get smoked by Ohio State, then they're going back. Luckily, it's at home, but then that Indiana game that Tyler mentioned, November 8th, that might be the last time we see James Franklin.
No, they're not going to fire him.
I think they let him out. Yeah, they let him finish out the year for sure.
Guys, they can't fire him.
Well, I was going to say, is it a thing where he goes and like?
Yeah, I think they're gonna go separate ways. He might go to Arkansas.
That's right. Is he going to go for a different job and then get that school to pay the buyout, or they mutually agree that the buyout's doesn't need to be paid type of thing? And
if they lose to Ohio State and Indiana, you think they're gonna keep him? They're gonna push him back out there?
Yeah,
I think they have to. But
you
let
him finish out the year, like mainly now because of the NIL era. It's completely different. Like they fire him. Those two running backs, if they don't want to go anywhere in the draft, have 30 days to put in to transfer right away. But
yeah, it's not good.
So the real question though, was that the most embarrassing loss or performance? We had for the first time ever the number 1 and number 2 teams in the AP poll to start the season. And they were inside the top 10 last week to fall out of the top 10, or not out of the top 10, out of the top 25 in the AP voting before week 8. Texas.
Yeah, it's and they're both gonna miss the playoff.
Yeah. Oh, it's over.
What's weird though is to make the playoff, Texas still has at least
because their schedule's bad.
Well, yeah, some of it.
There's still it's a pretty.
So here you go. This
number,
is why,
which is crazy.
They have Oklahoma. Oklahoma's without Mateer right now, so they're actually. We'll talk about it later. They're favored in the Red River Rivalry, whatever you want to call it now. Then they're at Kentucky, at Mississippi State. Vanderbilt comes to them, at Georgia, and then Arkansas and Texas A&M. I think Arkansas is Are both of them at home, or is one a neutral site game? Give me a second.
While he's looking it
They're
up,
both at home in Austin.
Texas is plus 280 to make the college playoffs as of right now, which is obviously still
some of that might
a
be the
long
fact
shot,
too that they lost by a touchdown to Ohio State on the road to open the season. So like, and maybe I don't know, do the odds makers look into the SEC and be like, if they win out, or they only have one SEC loss, can they still win the SEC because the SEC is gonna kill itself, eat it from within type of thing?
Yeah, probably.
Is Arch Manning one more questionable start away from being in the transfer portal?
that would be crazy. I didn't think about that. Did they got who's the backup at Texas? Anybody
I don't know, but he threw Arch got his helmet ripped off and threw an absolute dart to one of the wideouts in that last drive.
You know what I heard? You know what I heard? You know what I heard someone say?
What?
I might have said this before. 5-star name, 3-star player.
Well, yeah, I don't know if you paid attention. Johnny Manziel was talking about he's been all over the place lately, trying to make himself relevant again. But he was talking with Chad Johnson and Shaq, I think, or Chad Johnson and Shannon Sharp, one of the two. And he was talking about how like the high school. He goes, my grandma moved faster on her wheelchair than some of the high school kids chasing him. If you watched his high school tape, he goes, he didn't play any like dogs in where he was. He was 1A in Louisville or in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bad schools, Newman.
Somebody did show some highlights of his tape. And
I mean, I guess it does
playing
say
Newman.
something. It does say something when you're technically a 5-star, and like you couldn't beat out Quinn Ewers last year.
that's a good point.
I don't know.
Steve Spurrier said, why are we talking about this guy for the Heisman whenever he couldn't even start over Quinn Ewers, 7th-round pick last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. I think they're in trouble. I think I don't want to get too far in it, but I'll wait for my takes.
All right.
The remaining schedule there. At home versus Oklahoma.
No,
Georgia.
I already went over this.
I don't see. I think they got.
He already went over the schedule.
3. They're going to lose 3 more times.
Maybe.
I know they went over the schedule. I'm not talking about the schedule.
What? So you say 3 more. You say 3 more times. What are the 3 losses?
Oklahoma. I'm looking at home versus Oklahoma, at Georgia, and at home Texas A&M. 3 more losses.
I think they could beat Oklahoma because they don't have a tier, but I think they could lose at Mississippi State and to Vanderbilt. I can think they could lose maybe 4.
They're definitely losing Georgia and A&M.
Yes,
the thing that keeps them in is their defense is pretty good.
Not against a mobile quarterback.
Yeah. Well,
Diego Pavia, the 27-year-old.
I don't think. Yeah.
Yeah, but he can't cover.
Yeah. Hold on. I was going to say we don't need to do Numb Nuts.
Can't cover a spread.
I want to add him on my Numb Nuts.
Yeah, we're going to go. Oh, yeah, we're doing Numb Nuts. Don't worry. All right, so we're going to move on to one last topic before we get into our new college football, I don't know, revised playoff rankings. Going back to kind of what we talked about with quarterbacks and everything. I don't know if you guys watched 2 weeks ago when College Game Day was at Penn State. They put up 2 blind resumes of quarterbacks, and then they revealed them. And the crowd was not happy with what ESPN was pushing. One guy was a total of like 5 touchdowns as he was like part of. The other guy was 21 or something like that throughout the season, like expected touchdowns throughout the part of the game. And those 2 quarterbacks they put up were Drew Allard and anybody?
Buell.
Yeah. So did Penn State keep the wrong guy?
Yeah, and I would say that. Oh wait, you compare that Mizzou hasn't played anybody, but then you go look and see who Penn State played, and they've played nobody either. So yeah, I think that the offense coordinator's system and play calling does not fit what Drew Allard does. I said it before. he needs a mobile quarterback, and that's why Purbueller is doing well with Mizzou because it fits the system very well.
Yeah.
And it also helps that that Purbueller has probably the best running back in the country
Probably.
to hand the ball.
I think the guy is the best. Like the guy don't give me this Haynes stuff. No.
If you want to look into the numbers, we'll go in the numbers.
Yeah. Look into the numbers. Look into the numbers on Ahmad. Ahmad Hardy almost has as many yards after contact as Haynes has throughout the whole season.
Look at the teams that Michigan's played, the run defense that Michigan's played compared to Mizzou, and they have comparable numbers.
The only one
I'm not saying that he's bad, but I'm saying for Haynes not to have even a look at a Heisman watch is ridiculous.
Okay, I do have a question though.
Ahmad Hardy's not even on. He's only on he's only on your company's board. He's not even on FanDuel's board yet.
Well, that's I mean, not surprised.
But okay,
bad place, doesn't know what they're doing.
Hold on. I got a question. Okay, so Michigan's played one team, one decent team,
and
one good team.
I said rushing defenses.
Okay, I'm just saying in general.
Who else is a good rushing
Nebraska
defense?
Nebraska is a top 10 rush defense, and Oklahoma top 10 rushing defense.
This is the Dave. Hold on. This is the Dave Portnoy argument from this morning, where he's like, "Oh, the middle of the SEC sucks. Blah blah blah. The Big Ten is so much more deep. Blah blah blah." Yeah, well, Michigan lost to one of those quote unquote middle of the road teams in Oklahoma.
Okay, but I also say, like, I think the Michigan kid's good, but he's not better than Ahmad Hardy.
I'm not saying Haynes isn't good. He's just, I think Haynes is. I don't know if Haynes is a top 5 running back, but he's right there, and he's in the top 10 of running backs in the country. He doesn't do it. Justice Haynes doesn't do it all. They have two, like Mizzou. Yes, they use 2 running backs, but if they wanted to hand the ball to Ahmad Hardy 29, 30, 40 times in a game, he'd be fine. They just don't, because they haven't had to. And some of this might be the fact that, like, Kirby Moore and Drink know how to have a running game. The minute Drink came in, it was Larry Roundtree. Then it was Tyler Beatty. Then it was Cody Schrader. Last year was the only time that they kind of fell off with their running game. And yet they still had 2 guys that ran over 800 yards.
I've got inside sources at the Mizzou practice, what they're looking like. So I heard the field goal kickers didn't miss 1 PAT today.
That's good.
And they were 80% from field goals from 35 to 45 yards.
Okay, that's good. Well, guess what? I'm just happy that Alabama looks so bad against Vanderbilt's run defense. And
Brian Thomas is good. Brian Thomas, LSU, good football player.
Just happy to see what it could look like.
I'm watching it through my microwave because you guys won't let me turn around and look at the game. Why is Trevor Lawrence throwing left-handed? Oh, it's just watching through my microwave. It's backwards.
Jesus. All right, let's move on. Let's get into what our new college football playoff is. Tyler,
go ahead. Okay, so
no, go ahead.
I didn't rank them. So
I mean, if you get, like, I only have them because there's 3 teams that I think right now are 4 teams that are clearly up there and the way it would sit. But go ahead, Tyler.
Okay, so I just added 2 teams that I think are long shots that have a shot. I don't know if one of them can win, but I think one of them is good enough to win a couple games. I think one of them is good enough to win. I just need them to get in. So I added Texas Tech. They're going to be favored on the rest of the games of their schedule. They're 35-1. So just think, if they go undefeated and win the Big 12, they're going to be a top 4 seed, right? So You've got them at 35-1, right? And they're already in the final. What would that make? The final 8 they'd already be in, right? So that's a shot, and then you just set yourself up for a hedge opportunity. Okay. My other one is Notre Dame. Offense is great offense. Probably the best offense in the country. But the defense is woof, man. Any sort of QB that can somewhat throw, or any sort of good wide receivers, they're in trouble and for a shootout. So I think that they'll be in trouble in the from that aspect. But I mean, it's worth a shot. 22-1. So teams I think are done. LSU dead.
I don't have them in anymore. Yeah. Texas
Unless
dead.
they
Texas
LSU
dead.
has a playoff defense. Defense is very, very good. Offense, for whatever reason, Nussmeier is hurt. He can't throw the ball. He had a guy running 10 yards past the defensive back at Ole Miss and underthrew him by 20 yards.
So,
but I do think they fucking kill South Carolina this week.
All right, so can we agree? Penn State dead, Clemson dead,
Yeah.
Texas dead,
Yeah.
Tyler's Kansas State plate dead,
Double dead. Damn, that sucked.
Boise State dead.
Dead.
Tulane still alive.
Tulane still alive. So
Tulane, you get the
Adam,
Tulane later.
Tyler doesn't have 12 teams. You got 12 teams?
I'm struggling to get there, but how about we do
lot of
this?
them
How
are
about we say
same,
we can
right?
we'll all do the same.
All right, so here, how
Ohio
about
State,
I'll give my 12 and
Miami,
you guys tell me what you think.
All right.
Oregon, Miami, Georgia,
Yeah.
Texas
Yeah.
Tech, Ohio State,
Yes.
Alabama,
And
Ole Miss, Tennessee.
Out. Tennessee out.
You think?
Tennessee out, I think.
Have you
Yeah,
seen their
Tennessee's
schedule?
out. Tennessee's out. They're gonna lose. They're gonna lose to Bama. That'll be the second loss, and they'll trip up again.
Okay.
Tennessee's out.
Indiana, Oklahoma.
And-
I think Oklahoma makes it because
Oklahoma makes it.
listen.
Quarterback comes back.
Yes, they're going to use that as like, oh, they lost their 2 games without Mateer. They're a different team with Mateer.
Yeah.
Okay,
agree.
I think they
they're in
might
as
lose. I think they're gonna lose more than 2 games.
I think they're in as like the 11 seed
No.
because they lose 1 game with Mateer.
I mean,
Let's see what they got.
And then Missouri and Tulane. So I got 1 Big 12 and 1 ACC. The rest are Big 10 and E SEC.
pass interference in the end zone.
So if Mateer comes back, they have Texas, South Carolina, then
Well, he's
Ole
not
Miss,
playing this
Tennessee.
week. He's not playing this week. So that's why Oklahoma's Oklahoma's the dog.
Yeah, they haven't really announced that he's out, but
is he healthy for Ole Miss, Tennessee, Alabama, Mizzou, LSU?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying,
There's
like,
probably at
that's
least
why-
1 or
that's-
2 losses in there.
That's
tough.
why
that
I think
schedule is tough.
that's
That's
so I
tough.
think
And
he
also-
sits I think he sits the
also,
next
who
2
have they-
weeks.
Okay, but who have they played also?
Michigan, Auburn.
Okay,
Michigan, Auburn.
so they beat a ranked team.
Well, what I'm saying is, so I think, I guess I shouldn't have Tennessee in there if I think Oklahoma's
they
going to
beat
go down there.
they
and
beat
beat
a
'em.
ranked team. They beat a ranked team at home
Michigan
with
two,
the true-
two ranked teams
playing
at home.
against a true freshman quarterback that would play his first road game.
Yeah, I
okay.
guess.
That-
And then
that team is now-
they won another one at home against a team that the SEC
Auburn.
then came out and
They
said
can't throw.
but they also came
And
out
they
and
did-
said that
and
the
they
touchdown
cheated.
couldn't have counted.
So okay, and I don't think in Mateer, yeah, but listen,
I just
their
think
their schedule is hard. Like I think
yes.
they're going to lose this week, okay, and then they're going to lose at least one more of those games. So that means they have. I think there's 2 more losses on the schedule.
So then
sucks,
is it?
but
So
the
then,
only thing that's going to save them is the defense. Defense is very good.
so then,
I
if-
still
if you
think they get in with 2 losses.
he's saying there's 2 losses after this week, so 3 total.
Oh, 3.
Yeah. I think
So
they're-
then,
I think they'll lose 3
do
games.
they lose to LSU? Is LSU the team that's in that?
I think those 2 that might be a playing in last week of the year.
See, maybe.
Did you have A&M on your list?
No, I forgot about them. Sorry, take out Tennessee and put A&M in. Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
I
But
completely
I think
forgot about them.
A&M, like okay,
I have A&M
another
on
team.
my list.
Another team, that's another team, right? Like their QB, he can hold it. Look what happened this week. They were in a dogfight with Mississippi State. I think they might lose this week. I'm telling you, Florida's defense is good, and now they got that wide receiver back, that true freshman. That guy looks like a freak. Not
So
to
they
give
have-
away one of my picks.
So they have Florida, right? And then they have Arkansas, LSU, Missouri,
At
South
LSU,
Carolina.
at Missouri.
Samford, and then Texas.
Yeah, I mean, there's
The
two.
thing
There's
is,
gonna be 2-3 losses in there.
there's
Texas
two. I
is
think
gonna
they're
be-
still in though because they beat Notre Dame. The
Yeah.
way they beat Notre Dame.
Mississippi State only scored 9 points.
Yes.
Yeah, but Mississippi State, they just don't have the guys on offense. But yeah, I think Texas A&M is probably gonna get. They'll go 10-2. I think they're gonna lose.
But I think the 4 bye teams would be Oregon, Miami, Georgia, Texas Tech at this rate. Because obviously I think Ohio State loses to Oregon in the championship game, and they probably get slotted as a 5 like Penn State did last year. And then I'm still riding that green wave. Give me Tulane before Johnny Boy heads to wherever he's
What
going.
about Memphis? What
That's
about Memphis?
they're going to play each other, and that's going to be the game.
You can get Tulane plus 450, 45 to 1.
To make it.
Yeah, just to make it.
The only thing I wonder, how does the committee handle if Tulane were to lose to Memphis the 4th to last weekend, November 7th, and then beat them in the
Now dead.
championship?
They'd have 2 losses. They'd be 1-1 in the season.
One would be
Memphis
LSU.
only has 1 loss.
But I'm saying if they beat Memphis then in the American Championship,
Now,
or
No.
how would it
Once-
play out either way? If Tulane beat them
No.
here and then Memphis beat them in the championship
if Memphis splits with them, they'll be in.
because they're ranked and Tulane's not.
Well, I just think the one team's gonna have 1 loss, the other team's gonna have 2, and
But
they
they're not
split
supposed to
this
take
season.
that championship loss into as much of a count.
Yeah,
That's-
but then they
that's
would
what I'm
split
saying.
still, so yeah. So either way, I think Memphis, the winner of that game is gonna get.
But
there
you
if
can't.
they
So
hold
you can't compare Memphis having 0 losses to Tulane having 1.
Memphis went on the road and beat Arkansas.
No, they played them at home. Remember, I
Oh, it's
said
the same way.
Arkansas plays this game every year, anyways. It's just usually a bowl game. I guess go there for the regular season.
No, I don't
They
remember
played
that.
Chattanooga, Georgia State, Troy, Arkansas, FAU, Tulsa. Tulane's
I
played,
don't know.
beat Northwestern, beat South Alabama, beat Duke, beat Tulsa, lost to Ole Miss at Ole Miss. So, all right, we'll move on. Numbnuts
Craziness.
of the week, Tyler.
Yeah, my numbnut is Diego Pavia and Johnny Manziel. And also, I think the Alabama fan that was talking shit to Pavia, he could talk shit. These guys are getting paid now.
No, so somebody broke that down. Do you hear what he said?
No, I don't care. Wait,
He
unless
said-
it was racist, I do care.
No, he goes, don't grab your shit in front of my kids. Don't sit here and grab your shit in front of my kids after you score a touchdown.
Somebody John Boyd it.
Yeah. So he's like referring to him like, dude, don't just walk over here and grab. And then he said, I'll do whatever the fuck I want to do. And then you got some other guy in the background yelling, you're yelling at a kid. That guy's 26 years old. Like,
Yeah, Diego Pavia, the guy's out there. I don't know if he does this every game.
the Neil.
Out in pregame, taking kneels.
Oh,
knees. Come on.
I don't think he does because I think you would have seen it before.
And also, and then, okay, so you can't act like that and then just lay up an egg and not expect. Now, if you
And
do
not
talk like
cover.
that if you do talk like that and then go out and play well, then yeah, you can do whatever the hell you want. But if you're going to do that and then not play like that and play like shit and cost your team the game, I think if he doesn't fumble there, they go up 14-0. They might have won
They
the
do.
game.
Yeah.
And they cover. And I'm not sitting this
Well, he just
day
said they
out.
win the game, so yeah, they cover.
No, I'm saying the over. Then I'm not sitting out. I'm not 1-5. Fucking
Yeah, true. And then Johnny Manziel, the guy has no affiliate. I guess they're just friends. Like, he's acting like a complete jackass on the
Yeah.
sideline.
Wearing the number 2 jersey, wants to be seen trying to break up the Ty Simpson interview.
Yeah,
Like,
it's crazy.
How about
Come on, man.
So hold on. How about that connection that they threw out there? They talked about St. Charles and Lindenwood 3 times during that game.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing.
So
Because
Adam
the
obviously wasn't watching
coach
'cause
is
Michigan State was there, or Michigan was playing.
Alabama's
I-
Alabama's quarterback's dad is the coach for East Tennessee, and they're
No,
playing
UT Martin.
Lindenwood.
UT
UT
Martin.
Martin.
UT Mart.
So they
They're
were giving
playing at
score
Lindenwood.
updates.
But that wasn't the only connection. So
I didn't hear
whatever
that one.
Kill or whatever the guy's name was that was at New Mexico State.
Jerry Kill.
Yeah, who used to be at Minnesota, was at New Mexico State and was going to offer this quarterback that was the other team's quarterback playing Diego Pavia in the JUCO National Championship. Well, that other guy's quarterback is now Lindenwood's quarterback, Nate Gutsy or whatever his name is.
Really? I didn't know that.
So like all full circle. Ty Simpson's dad against the guy that Diego Pavia played. The guy won, and then Ty Simpson versus Diego Pavia.
That's funny.
Lindenwood with the big win last week too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who they're playing.
Smoked them.
Bama's quarterback's dad's team. They said Lindenwood wins. Hopefully they
threw
go
the lion
500.
head up on the board.
Yeah.
Adam, your numb nut.
Yeah, my numb nut. Ex-USC quarterback Mark Sanchez. What the fuck was going on there? That is just tough look.
Well, you get the he got stabbed. You're like, oh my god, Jesus!
I know.
And then you
like,
get the
man, what
updates, and
happened,
you're like,
oh
and then
man,
you see the
Mark
video.
Sanchez.
Did anybody see the video of him walking around the corner?
Yeah,
where he's just bleeding. And he's like checking himself. He walked himself to the hospital. Jamie Rivers was talking about that today, and he's like, I've seen guys like that. That's not That's not just drinking. That's some other stuff in your system. Yeah.
That's
he was by himself. That's weird.
Well, he's yelling at the guy at
the whole
loading
story.
dock.
The whole story is super weird.
Yeah.
There's going to be more that come out, I'm sure. But
did you see the picture of the guy that he beat up?
Guys, looks bad.
He's also 69 years old or whatever he was.
Well, now he's going to be able to retire.
Yeah, finally.
Would you get your ass beat and get that scar to be able to retire?
I don't know.
Trout, that's a good question. Would you get your ass beat and get the scar to be able to retire?
Wait, you want me to throw that on the Twitter tweets and see what happens? People answer?
Throw out the poll.
He's going to be in a hospital bed for a while. I don't know.
Yeah, so is Mark Sanchez.
No, he's probably gone. It wasn't that bad. He just had a cut.
That cut was deep as fuck, man.
Dude, he got thrown up against a wall.
He's in a neck brace.
All right.
They put WWE wrestlers in neck braces.
Yeah, I was going to say, the neck brace isn't much.
Dude.
So, my numb nuts is just like the overall, I don't know if it's networks. I don't know if it's, I mean, some of it is networks, yes. I don't know if it's conferences. Why can't we get on a good schedule to where we don't have Alabama and Georgia playing at the same time as Penn State and Oregon? Like, and then this week we had past week, we had really not a whole lot of stuff going on. Like, spread these things out. Like, be like, hey, our biggest game of the year is this week. Okay, we're not going to put it that week. We'll move this one game back a week.
Yeah. They need to schedule like an hour and a half apart. That way you get to like overtime at one, then you start the other one, then it's kind of somewhat staggered.
But that's kind of what I was. Why don't they do why can't they do a 2:30, a 3:30, a 4? You know, the 4:30, then you get the 7s or the 6:37s. Like, why does it have to be everything at 11,
6 or 8 or 7:30
right.
or
Well, because of when you start it all in the day. That's why. Because they want to
probably because the games
they want the big ones to stretch as much as one game to stretch as much of prime time as possible, and then they build off of that.
And because the games take fucking 6 hours now.
Well, that's fine. You can still start at those first games at 11.
No offense to anybody that does band, but I don't think we need a 40-minute halftime show because the band wants to perform for 25 minutes.
I'll tell that to Ed Liggett.
Tuba.
But I'm just saying, like, and it's not
you
just
know the movie.
No,
you know the movie. Come on,
not
Tuba.
Off the top of my head.
Ed Liggett, Tuba. The new guy when the guy pissed in his tuba.
No.
The little short guy.
No.
Oh, come on.
But yeah,
Ed Liggett. It's a little short guy.
Like
Ed Liggett, tuba.
It feels like it's like every year we have this where it's like, oh, we had this, like, again, and like, so my other point to this too is like the Ryder Cup has been scheduled for 2.5 years. Why would you put those two games on the same weekend as the Ryder Cup?
Well, they don't care about that. The Ryder Cup was over by 4 o'clock.
But they didn't know the times at the time. You know, like if Penn State didn't want that one to be their whiteout, it wouldn't have been that night. It would have been a 2:30 kick probably.
I'm also never mind.
Or a big noon.
I'm over all the fucking commercials. You can't watch a game under 3 hours now just because of the fucking
Well, yeah.
commercials.
3
And I know
hours.
it's all corporate bullshit, but it's like
3
my
hours.
God,
It's
this is
almost 5
brutal.
hours. It's almost 5 hours. Like then you get replay. They replay everything. Then they go to commercial. Do 5 more minutes of commercials.
I think the
Ridiculous.
average game
That's numb nuts.
the average game time right now is 4 hours and like 3 minutes in college football.
It's brutal.
Oh, way
It's-
too
it's-
long.
It's
Come
like
on.
35 minutes longer than the NFL. Some of that is because halftime is almost twice as long.
No, it's the commercials.
But I'm saying no. But I'm saying some of it is because halftime is twice as long. Then the NFL only gives you 17 minutes for halftime.
Well, that's saying that, and also
He's on scholarship too.
the NFL's clock stops a lot more than the college does, and it's still 35 minutes longer. But either way, all right, let's get to the fun stuff.
All right, let's move on to picks. First game we're talking about, again, stupid thing that they do. Big noon kickoff in Champaign, Illinois. Number 1 Ohio State against 17th ranked Illini. 14.5 is the spread in favor of the Buckeyes. Over under 50.5. All these lines courtesy of DraftKings. So everybody knows that's where we get it from. I did get a question on Twitter. Where do you guys make up your lines from? And I'm like, we don't make them up, but okay. And
Yeah,
then
I
they,
wish we could
also-
make them up. I'd be
and then
doing
they-
a lot better if we made them up.
and then they blocked us on Twitter. They sent like a DM and then blocked us on Twitter. So I'm guessing it's some,
Fuck these guys. Who are they? Call them out.
I don't know.
No free ads. No free ads. Fuck those guys though.
Also, okay, we'll put it out there that we're recording this on a Monday.
I was
so
going
these
to,
lines
yes.
can change. Too.
As of right now, we're recording on Monday.
It
so
could
if
be
you listen
for
to
us. It
this on
could be against us.
If you
could be
listen
for
to
us,
this
could be
on
against us.
Friday, those lines have probably changed a significant amount. But
Also, if you're betting, I would bet against us because that means you're probably getting a better line because we're not doing very well. So,
yeah. Fade us as a podcast
Until this
right now.
week.
yeah, till
We
this week.
turning this
Fade
whole
us
damn
until
thing
proven
around.
wrong.
No, don't. Maybe fade Trout. Don't fade me and Adam too
Hey.
much.
All right, so Tyler, what do you got?
Yeah. So I first looked at this game, okay, and I said I've looked at how Ohio State's been playing. I think they've got the best defense in the country. Offense came alive last week, just obliterated Minnesota. I took that bet. I bet it, but I didn't give it to you to bet for me. So I was just looking at it and said, 14.5. But I got a little uneasy because it's an early kickoff. So I am going to take, I don't like this pick at all. I hate it. I'm nervous about Illinois' offense going against Ohio State's defense. I'm going to take Illinois plus 14.5, and I do not like it whatsoever. So, you know what? Fuck it. Never mind. Give me Ohio State minus 14.5.
All right, Adam.
Well, since he switched it, I'm taking Illinois plus 14.5. Last week, all the craziness. This week, it's going to continue. Somehow,
Oh wait, change me back. I
Team's
want
gonna
Illinois
cover.
plus 14.5. I want Illinois plus 14.5.
there's too much craziness going on right now. I don't like the. Yes, Ohio State is good, and they are the better team. But right now, you don't know what you're going to get from who's going to show up, who's going to play well. So, the under is also my play. Like Tyler
I was
said,
going to have that too.
early start. Teams are going to come out a little slow.
Okay.
Illinois' offense, a little worried about it. So I'm taking the under, but yeah, give me Illinois the points as well.
All right, Trout. I'm sorry. I don't want any side. I just want the under. And you know what, Adam? You made a good point. You said you never know what you're going to get. That's what I say. College football is like a box of chocolates.
Never know what you're going to get.
Okay, Tyler's in under 50.5.
All right, well, I'm against you guys then, because the
All right,
only
hold on.
play
Are
I
we
got is the
cutting this?
over.
Over.
I like the over of 50.5. I know you guys are talking about early game, yada, yada, yada. Well, it was the early game. It was the noon kickoff, Illinois at USC, and the over hit. I'll take the over. Illinois is 3-0 in their past 3 against the over. As far as betting trends, they are.
I would go against your betting trends.
They're
that you've been
7.
following.
No, I'm not talking about my betting trends. They're 7-3 to the over in their last 10. And then Ohio State is 5-5 to the over in their last 10. So Those are the betting trends I'm talking about. Plus, I'm getting back into, I'm using less of my head, and I'm going to go back to following the money. 78% of the money, or sorry, 78% of the bets is on the under 50.5. 62% of the money is on the over. So
Wow.
you got what, 30% swing there of where the
Mm.
money is as opposed to the public bet.
Swinging like a pineapple.
So I got just the over. We're gonna move on. The game that I don't
Who's
know how to feel.
bananamic?
I don't know how to feel about it. Number 8 Crimson Tide come to the real Memorial Stadium, not the Memorial Stadium in Champaign. We don't need to throw in our city there. We're just Memorial Stadium, Fro Field, Columbia, Missouri, against the 14th ranked Tigers. Bama getting 3, over under 51.5. Tyler,
Bama giving 3.
get it or giving? What I say? Getting? My bad. Yeah, giving 3. My bad.
I'm taking the Missouri Tigers +3. I'm a little concerned with Mizzou's pass defense, but I think Mizzou's got a great offensive line. Is Caden Green back?
They haven't announced yet. This would be the earliest he could have come back when they first said it about his.
Even if he doesn't, that the replacement guy looks good. So I'm going to take Mizzou +3. I think it's going to be a control the time type of game for them, time of possession game for them. I think they're going to be able to run the ball on Bama. They haven't shown a great will to stop the run. Look at Florida State. I think Vanderbilt had some gash plays on them last week as well. So give me Mizzou +3.
Adam.
The line seems kind of scary tight, so I'm going to stay away from it. I'm going to go with the over. I agree. Bama's defense can't stop the run. I think it's just going to be a high-scoring affair. You're going to see some of the possessions that are going to be back and forth, and then there's going to be a 50-yard bomb, 60-yard run, those kind of things. Over is going to hit late in the fourth quarter. Close game.
All right. I moved the line a little. I'm a little I'm a little nervous. As a Mizzou fan, I don't want to push. So I moved it to -125 to give me 3.5.
Smart. You're learning. By
Well,
the hook.
no, it's just knowing how Mizzou operates. They can be up and then they'll give up a touchdown and then throw a pick 6 and all of a sudden they lose by 3. Sometimes. Or they have a game tying field goal and Bobby Big Legs can't get it to 40 yards.
Hey, he's been looking good in
Insider.
practice. I've heard.
Bobby Boots is what they
Insider.
call him now.
Insider, seen
But
him make
I
it.
also like the over. I think the over hits like, to your point, Adam, I think this over could hit like first possession of the third quarter.
Let me tell you guys something that you haven't learned yet. I think you've bet Alabama and whoever they're playing over 3 or 4 times already. I know they've been in the Mama's combo twice and cost us.
Not for me. I haven't picked him.
Huh?
You just did last week.
And you did the very first week.
Yes, you did.
Exactly, they're due.
Florida State over 51.5 and this
Ty
one.
Simpson, we're gonna get an over.
So my thinking is Alabama will move the ball pretty quick down the field with throwing the ball. And then Ahmad
Field goal
Hardy.
game, holding the field goals.
Oh, but I think they're going to get burned on one. I think they'll give up at least 2 40-yard touchdowns.
Yeah, they're back.
Secondary.
The Missouri secondary is scaring
I also
me.
think that you could see Jamal Roberts and Ahmad Hardy both take a 60-yard run to the house because like Vanderbilt did. I think you could see 2 of those aside.
Mike Kelly's going to say, touchdown Missouri.
He's going to say, Ahmad Hardy breaks the tackle to the 20, to the 30, to the 40, cross midfield, nobody in sight. 10-5, house, touchdown Tigers.
Yeah,
No flags on the field.
Big
Sorry to
590
listeners.
KTRS.
No, Big 550.
Big 550.
590's
KTRS.
Illinois. Come on. Get the right station. Nobody wants to hear Kerry Davis.
Out there.
What'd you say?
So I'm sorry to the listeners' ears.
Hey, it's my Mike Kelly impersonation. It's not the greatest, but it's there.
Gets the job done.
All right, we'll move on. Our second Big Ten matchup of two ranked teams. This time it's going inside the top 10 for both. The Hoosiers of Indiana, 7th ranked, travel to Autzen Stadium to take on the 3rd ranked Ducks. Indiana getting 7 on the road, over under 55.5. Adam.
This is definitely a you got to get the hook no matter which side you're on. Man, my head wants me to go with the Ducks just because I know they're the better team. But like I said in the first game with Ohio and Illinois, crazy things have just been happening. But I just can't do it. To give me the Ducks are the better team. They're gonna win. They're gonna cover. But it's smart for me to get the hook. What's it, 6.5? Can you give me that?
Pull up the DraftKings website and take a look. We'll
Let me see if I can do it for you. Beat you to it.
Yeah,
Bookmarked in there.
Yeah, you're the guy that should know the shortcuts. You should just have the inside scoop on it all.
Guy can't even find first score field goal.
Doesn't know how to operate his own website.
Well, you can't do a ton in an illegal state, to be honest, especially when I logged into my username.
Game lines. If I move it to 6.5, you cannot have it. Minus 137.
All right, give me the Ducks minus 7.
I thought the line was 7.5.
No, 7.
Oh, 7.
You can move it to 7.5 if you want to, and get that line at minus 107 as opposed to minus 115. So you don't even get.
No.
You got to move it. Hold on. You got to move it all the way to 8.5 to make it to plus 101.
No, I don't want that. I'm taking Indiana.
I'm just letting you know.
I'm taking Indiana plus 7 and plus 7.
What time is this game?
I really wanted to take
2:30 kick on CBS. So
I really wanted that TV's got to be working at the winery.
12:30 local time.
So
I seen a stat with. Okay, go ahead.
I haven't even finished talking about my pick yet.
He said he wanted
it's
Indiana.
my turn still. He hasn't said okay, Tyler.
He did.
I have seen a bad stat for Big Ten teams going to the West Coast, and it's not great for those teams traveling. So
yeah, it's been brutal.
I'm gonna stay on the Ducks minus 7. Okay, raise your hand if you want to talk.
Tyler, tell us why you're taking Indiana plus 7.
I'm taking Indiana plus 7 here. I just think this team's different than where they were last year. Talent wise, I think they can match up better. I don't think they can win, but I think they'll keep it close. I was leaning towards the over here, but I think these big time games are they always go to the under for me. So I'm gonna take Indiana plus 7. I think they keep it close. I like Signetti calling plays. I like the offense. So I think the defense is a little bit better too. So give me Indiana plus 7. And just give me the plus 7.
All right. I got Oregon minus 7. I like the under 55.5 in the game. I think, like we said, going into probably the Autzen Zoo is going to be tough. Even though it's only 62,000 or whatever, that place is always rocking. I think them being number 3 in the country, taking on number 7, college game day there again. It's going to be a madhouse. I can only imagine what color combos they're going to come out with this week.
I haven't seen them yet. Still early in the week.
And I think they know they're pretty much playing for, if they come out and they beat and cover this spread and beat Indiana decently handily, I think they know that they're probably the number 1 team in the nation. Like the AP voters then swap that. Or at least the college football committee down the line has already got that in their head that they went into Penn State, beat them, and then took care of another top 10. Like they're just building that resume if they can beat them again. So give me Oregon -7. I could see this game being like, I don't know, 28-10, 28-13, something like that.
I like it.
But give me Oregon and the under. All right, Red River Rivalry or shootout, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to call it. Number 6, Oklahoma taking on the no longer ranked Texas Longhorns. 2:30 kick in the Cotton Bowl at Dallas at the Texas State Fair. ABC. Oklahoma, 6th team in the country, getting 2.5 points. Over under 42.5. Adam, what do you think about this rat line? But you got to remember, John Mateer is not playing.
Right, and I don't know much about this Michael Hawkins Jr. quarterback.
Came in a couple times for Jackson Arnold last year when he got taken out and sat.
Can I tell you a little bit about him?
Go ahead, sure.
He's not very good.
His stats don't appear to be that way either.
And last week they scored like 50 points, and it was not because of him.
But you know who's also not very good? The guy on the other side.
He's better than this guy. I'll tell you that.
So the smart play is the don't play strategy. So I'm going with the total. And my head would say 2 bad teams making under, but I'm going with the over. 2 bad teams taking over.
All right.
Give me the over.
Defensive touchdowns. Short field.
Short fields.
Bad
punts.
punts.
A pick six. And pick
Block
sixes.
kicks.
A little scoop and score.
Bad
Who
special
knows?
teams.
It could get ugly, but we're gonna grind our way through and over.
Tyler.
Yeah, I'm taking Texas here. I think obviously this changes dramatically if Mateer's playing, but even if Mateer plays, I don't think he'd be healthy. That thumb injury is kind of difficult. I don't think they want to rush him back.
I don't think they should rush him back because you have this South Carolina and then you have the real gauntlet of the rest of your schedule.
Yeah. But I just don't think Hawkins is very good. He wasn't good last year. They brought him in, then they had to bench him because he wasn't good. They bring Arnold back in. So I think Arch, I think they'll find a way to get some points on the board. And I think they're going to win this game. I think they're going to look a lot better this week than what they did last week. It's one of those classic spots where everyone's just throwing in the towel in Texas, right? Giving up. Looking at what they did last week, overreaction to it. So give me Texas -2.5.
I just like the under. I don't think there's going to be, without Mateer, with the way Manning can't move the ball, and like Oklahoma, used to be able to run the ball. They don't anymore, like really well. Texas ran the ball pretty well last year, 2 years ago. Under Sark, they ran the ball well, and they're just not running the ball at all this year. They're getting no push. Neither team gets pushed from the offensive front. Again, like you talked about earlier, Texas has a decent defense too to stop Oklahoma's run game. So I don't know. See a couple turnovers that go the other way, maybe when they're in the red zone too. Hold the scoring down. I'll just take the under 42.5 of a dud of a Red River shootout. We'll move on to the game that holds the biggest notch in Adam's heart. The Wolverines, 15th ranked in the land, travel West Coast to Southern California to the LA Coliseum. 6:30 kick on NBC. The Trojans no longer ranked. Michigan, though, on the road, getting 2.5 points, over under 57.5. And Adam, I know because you're going to probably pick it, +114 for the money line for Michigan.
The smart play is the under. So give me the under. Right now, I'm looking at USC's rushing defense because I know that was a hot topic earlier in the pod. They give up 227 yards rushing per game, which is a lot. 17 touchdowns against. So with that, I think Michigan's going to be able to run the ball. Michigan's going to be able then to throw the ball because they're going to be sacking the box. Michigan had a wide receiver come out, true freshman, last name Marsh. Look out for him to have another impact game, and I think they get some more production from their tight end. So I'll take the points because that's if you're going to give me the points, I'll take them. So give me Michigan. What was the number? Plus 2.5.
2.5.
What's if I get the hook? What can you give me? Just want to cover my. I'll throw my phone through the TV if they win by a field goal at the end, but at least I'll win the bet, or at least I'll push the bet.
Push the bet. Yeah, there you go.
I'll push the bet.
We got 130. 130 if we move it to 3.
Perfect. So under and Michigan plus 3.
Minus 130. All right, Tyler.
I'm gonna take the better team with the better players. So I'm gonna take Michigan plus 2.5. I'm gonna take Michigan money line. They're gonna run the ball. Should open up the pass game. Kind of say what Adam says. I think the defense is gonna be able to stop USC a little bit here. So the only thing that worries me is Michigan on the road again. We'll see if Bryce Underwood can play a little bit better than he did last time they're on the road. But the play calling is just awful with this team. It's just absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. And until that
Play calling's
changes,
fine.
this team is not good. So, but they're gonna win this week because USC is not very good.
I don't like. I kind of agree with you, Tyler. But I don't like the aspect that we just saw Penn State go down to Southern California and get waxed and not show up. I don't like the travel. So I will just take the over 57.5.
Can I tell you guys something about the travel?
What?
You know where they're practicing?
What? SoFi with the Chargers?
Yeah, that's great. That's great for travel.
Yeah, now I definitely want to take USC because I hate Stan Kroenke. Sorry, Mr. Guy who used to cash his checks. Rights holders.
No, they're going to the Chargers stadiums with Coach Harbaugh.
Still
they're
owned
hanging
by
out with Harbaugh and the Chargers.
Still owned by Kroenke.
No, opposite. Rams Kroenke.
I understand that. He owns SoFi and all the practice facilities around there.
Oh, I don't know if it's the same spot, but the new Chargers practice facility is where they're going to be practicing, which is great
for them.
Us.
For what? So when are they already there? If they're not already there, they leave.
They get there Thursday. Practice Thursday.
Okay, woohoo! So one day there, you're not going to get acclimated. It's going to be bad news.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, you only get Thursday to acclimate yourself.
What do you think they're doing Friday? Driving back?
Yeah, no.
And then going back again?
Thursday
no,
doesn't. I meant to say Thursday doesn't count as acclimating yourself. Friday does. So you get one day.
It's not like they're sitting on their couches.
I just want the over. I think there's going to be lots of points. USC averages like 49 points a game. So, last game, Georgia, 10th ranked Bulldogs, travel to the Plains, Jordan-Hare Stadium, take on Auburn at ABC or on ABC at 6:30. Georgia minus 3.5 on the road, over under 45.5. Tyler,
me first?
Yeah, you don't realize I alternate. You guys both do 3 first every time. That way,
no, I've only done 1 first this time.
Well, you're up now.
You did
either way.
You did Ohio State and you did Bama.
Did I?
Yes.
All right.
That's a pod for you. You don't get that on any other pod.
I'm gonna go under in this game, 45.5. I don't know how Auburn's gonna score. They're just a nightmare on offense right now. So going on the road, obviously that's a tricky line there. 3.5 on the road, Georgia. So Georgia looked better last week against Kentucky too. So obviously it's Kentucky. But yeah, I just don't think we see a lot of points scored here in this game. So give me the under 45.5. Is this between the hedges?
It's on the plains in Jordan Air.
It's in Auburn.
Yeah.
At Auburn. 6:30 ABC.
Under 45.5. That's why.
45.5. 45 seems like a low number. The 3.5 seems like a small number. The good thing is that Georgia is not playing Alabama. They beat everybody but Alabama, so I'm going to be on Georgia. But I'm also worried about the look ahead Ole Miss next week. So my fucking head's in a scramble. But give me the Bulldogs to cover. I'm going to stay away from a total just because that number seems so small. But the Georgia's the better team, but that number scares me. It should be higher, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's a rivalry, so I think that might be why it's a little lower. It's Auburn. It's at night. You know, Toomer's Corner might be rocking a little bit before the game. Definitely not after. They're not rolling the trees. So I got Georgia minus 3.5. Like Tyler said, I don't think, to the point, Auburn can't score. You're right. They can't score. So Georgia can just move the ball down the field and win 6-0, and they cover. Like, that's my mindset, is like Georgia might not come away with touchdowns. I don't think Auburn's going to score more than 10 points. So if they can just manufacture a couple field goals and 1 touchdown, they're going to cover that 3.5. But we'll move on. So, Tyler, you got your lock of the week, and then we got the listener lock of the week, and the listener is...
Look him up on X/Twitter at Red Dead Fred. Fred Coudray, listener of the week. And I wanted to bring him in as listener of the week because he always gives constructive criticism on all of our picks. And most importantly, is because he's the biggest Indiana football fan I've ever met in my life. There's 3 Indiana football fans in the entire country, and each of them are brothers. So I thought when I picked him to be here, I thought his pick was going to be Indiana, but instead he gave me a better pick. Tulane, -7. Red Dead Fred, Ryan with Tulane, -7.
And then?
You really need to check him out on great Twitter follow. Guy posts pictures of his sandwiches that he makes all the time, makes homemade nachos, loves a ski soda.
He
Great
likes
guy.
to reply. Loves to reply to stuff. He loves to chirp us about our hats.
Yeah.
He asked, "Oh, did mamas pay for those hats?" No, motherfucker, we paid for them ourselves. And then guess you know what he did? You know what he did? I think he deleted the tweets where he called us out on them.
Is Fred a delete tweeter?
I think he is. I went to like our mentions and it was no longer there.
Come on, Red Dead.
Let me go back.
I'm a tweet deleter.
Right now, I'm going through his account to see his replies to. That's why I've been scrolling for a while, and I'm only to October 1st. I've scrolled the entire time you were talking about the listener of the week. And yeah. So maybe I got a better way to do this. Maybe I go to our replies that we've replied to.
Better. Okay, and my lock of the week. I'm stuck between 2. So I'm going to have one as my lock and one was my best bet. Okay? My lock of the week, I'm going LSU -9.
You get an 8.5 right now.
Yep, sign me up.
I also had that on my card.
Bounce back. LSU's defense is for real. I think they'll hold South Carolina, and I think they'll be able to put some points up this week. So Nuss got basically 14 days off from playing. Hopefully he's healed up a little bit. So
my lock, I've been riding with them all year. I said it. I'm going to continue to ride with them. Tyler's now on the bandwagon. Plus, I hate this other team that they're playing. The lowercase K is going to get whooped. Give me Texas Tech -13.5 at home, winning with style. And Jalen Daniels is going to be in a nightmare case when it comes to Texas Tech's defense. Just going to get lit up for sacks and picks. Give me the Red Raiders.
I love betting on Kansas. They've done me good this year. I won't do it this week, but
And then another game on my best bet card. This one should strike a chord with the one Adam Uri. My best bet is under 49.5 in this game. But one of these teams is playing for a win total over this week, and they're the favorite. UMass at Kent State.
Oh,
Kent State's got one win. They beat UMass. Adam hits with over 2.5 wins on the season for Kent
let's
State.
go. Let's go.
Kent, did you know Kent State's
Hey,
team
add that-
total last week against Oklahoma was
7 points, wasn't it? Was it
2.5.
2.5?
They didn't
Add
hit
that
it.
to my
Covered.
card, please. Add,
Covered.
They
Yeah,
just scored a
add the
point.
flash to my card.
They lost.
please.
The line was 44.5. They lost 44-0. They
Oh, yeah,
covered.
but their team total was 2.5.
Yeah, I'm talking about them just covering though. Kent
No,
State is
team total.
Kent State is minus 2.5 point favorites over UMass at Dick's Stadium in Kent, Ohio.
Want that on my card. Should I go now that I'm off? Not allowed to
I didn't get-
participate?
I didn't give my lock yet, and I
You
have
did give
one
your
other
lock.
bet that I have.
LSU.
Well, I didn't get my best bet that I have.
Yeah,
outside of
what's
that.
your best bet?
Florida plus 7.5. And
At
my
A&M?
at A&M, and I another bet that I have is Notre Dame and NC State over.
I'm on the other side of that A&M bet.
I feel sorry for you.
I'll rattle some off. I'm also on Tulane. Good pick, Fred. Iowa State -3. Iowa, Wisconsin under 36.5. LSU -8.5. And A&M, what was it minus? What did we have it at now?
7.5.
7.5.
The only other one I got besides my best bet right now, I don't really know if I love this one as much as like I should. But I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna roll the dice on it. Give me Arizona to cover 2.5 at home against BYU.
The Soakers.
And then the other one I'm thinking of right now, I don't know. Screw it, I'm just gonna take it. Give me over 48.5 with Arizona State at Utah. And then I might have some more later.
Yeah, but I'll be adding more later this week too. So be sure to check out the cards. When do we need to have our picks for the cards?
Well, I would like to have them in Thursday so I can do them so they're
Okay,
up on
yeah,
Friday or early Saturday morning.
Yeah. I'll have mine to you Thursday.
So real quick, let's recap that Mama's Combo Parlay. Let's get it into the Parlay Finder. We can't do it on. We got to use our trusty website. Can't do it here on DraftKings in the state of Missouri. Not until December 1st, which is real fun because some guy likes his video poker games.
I like video
poker.
Well, I'm talking about the ones in the gas stations that they, don't have to worry about taxing. Give me a second here. Where's Tulane? Who's Tulane playing?
East
They play
Carolina.
on Thursday.
What?
Thursday night.
Oh, Thursday. Okay, that's why I was past Thursday night games. Oh, there you go. Okay. So on that Texas Tech, LSU, Tulane parlay for the Mama's Combo Parlay, $100 bet pays you $600 flat. Again, that's LSU -8.5, Texas Tech -13.5, and the listener of the month, week, whatever you want to call him, Fred, year, because he's the only guy that operates with us and interacts with us. Colt Kyle runs away scared anymore. He's a little baby that he doesn't get put on the podcast.
Stuck at the bar.
Yep. He took Tulane -7. Just out of curiosity, Adam, what would have been your lock?
I didn't prepare this because I knew ahead of time I was kicked off. I
I didn't know if you just
Give
like.
me
I didn't know if any of the rest of your card was like.
give
This is
me
the number.
give me
card.
Georgia minus 3.5. My lock.
Well, that's the only play you had. That can't be your lock.
What do you mean? That's my lock. That's my favorite bet.
Can you add North Texas to me, please?
You want North Texas?
Yep.
Okay.
Money line.
That was
All right, that's it. I'm out.
Yeah, that'll wrap this podcast up. Week 7. Not a great time to, be at a winery for the middle of the day, or in my case, a kid's birthday party at 11 o'clock. That'll be fun. I'll be, one earbud in, listen to Mike Kelly as I'm running around a playground with my daughter and the rest of her toddler school friends. It'll be fun.
there is talks that there will be a TV at the winery. All right, we're working on it.
Yeah, but one TV doesn't get you all the games that you need.
Got to get YouTube TV. Got to get a smart TV.
Gotta have a smart TV.
Or just bring a Fire Stick.
Gotta bring a Fire Stick.
All right, that'll wrap this one up. Week 7 in the books.
Got to
See
get
you
your
guys later.
Mustacholi. Say yep.
Welcome to the College Card Podcast, where Saturdays are sacred and bets are war. Saturdays coming, the lines are set. Cash that ticket, break a sweat. Pads are crashing, bands are loud. We're calling picks and we're damn proud. The College Card, we're betting hard. Spread 'em wide, let the dogs bark loud. The College Card, no holds barred. Ride that lock and hype the crowd. Underdogs, overplays, late night action, weekday blaze. SEC or Big Ten ball, we bet 'em all, baby, win or fall. The College Card, grab your card. We're rolling deep, taking starting hard. The College Card, we set the bar for the fans who live for yards and scars. Maneuver down, but we're betting hard. Rub a little down like a garbage call. With College Card, let the dogs barn. The Hall and Dixon, work them proud. The College Card, we're betting hard. Spread 'em wide, let the dogs bark loud. The College Card, no holds barred. Ride that lock and hype the crowd. Underdogs, overplays, late night action, weekday blaze. SEC or Big Ten ball, we bet 'em all, baby, win or fall. The College Card, grab your card. We're rolling deep, taking starting hard. The College Card, we set the bar for the fans who live for yards and scars. For the fans who live for yards and scars.